So in terms of your clothing brand, what's the message behind it?
I haven't yet shared this with the world, but I don't mind sharing it now. Yeah.
You ever just feel like, does this process actually work? If I keep putting in all these hours into my brand, like, will I blow? Like,
009, 2009. My auntie passed away in 2009, and my mum got to a point where she was like just heavily depressed. 2 years ago, fam, like my mum was diagnosed with cancer, fam. I genuinely believe anything I want to do, I can do. And a lot of the time, I say these things and I just do them. If I get the smallest bit of odd energy, I can be very shut off. Fam, I try and dedicate that day to doing nothing at all. And I'm telling you, it's a fight.
What is it that you want to do? What is it that you care about? What is your vision?
But that's what, okay, so.
Welcome to the CEO of you. CEO being the highest position you could be ranked in a company. We believe you are in the highest position to control your life.
Always remember, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Be the boss, be the CEO. Welcome to the CEO of you. Today we have Trai9, the owner of 009, aka 9th Street. Not sure if I should call it that no more. But yo,
yeah, we're going for it.
big creative in Birmingham. So, yeah.
Bro, I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say to that. But I appreciate it, innit? So,
no problem, fam. No problem.
Man. Thank you for coming on. That's what we want to say. Thank you as well, because we reached out to you and everything. Went to the same school with you, so it's nice to be here talking to you.
Yeah, that's mad. You know what?
You man grew bigger than man, you know.
You know what's mad? I'll never forget Trai in what's it called? Like Form. Was it called Form?
Form.
Yeah, like the first thing.
First
like
thing in the morning.
thing
Yeah, it's Form. It's Form.
Yeah.
I think, you know, the first time I saw you, it was, I think you had a music lesson. Bro, and you used to have the high top.
Yeah, the high top.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You had a music lesson.
Your team was square.
Did you know Mr. Orchin? Whatever his name is. Mr. Orchin.
Is that the guy with the glasses?
Yeah, full white.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it was right next to the lunchroom.
Yeah,
I know you're on
that's the
about.
first time I remember you, and you just in the playground.
Just in the playground, kicking ball, man.
Now, the first time I remember Trai, he used to sit at the back of Form, and I always used to think this guy's plotting, you know, because you were just like, you were just quiet.
Oh, I'm very
quiet.
bro.
Exactly. That's how I'm just like, yo.
Obviously, Trai, we've done a lot of research on you, so we're just gonna hit it. So obviously, I believe to understand the man, you first need to go back to clearly where it starts. So. If you could, please tell us about your childhood, about how it was growing up.
I feel like for me, my childhood's been like, I guess there's a lot of stuff that's happened, but I don't acknowledge it, if that makes sense. Because I've always had to deflect a lot of stuff. Well, more of my own feelings. So things I don't really like, I don't really remember. But it's only like, does that make sense? So like I don't have time to remember it, if that makes sense, because I don't have time to sit and dwell within my own thoughts of things. Does that make some sort of sense?
It sounds like you're blocking out trauma.
100 million%. Do you get me? And I feel like that's something man just deal with. Like gradually, it like comes back to you. Do you know what I mean? So like, if you want to speak more in the sense of like home and whatever, blah blah. Like, of course, like I've got like mom, brother, sister, and then. That's like us, like immediate. But yeah, like growing up, I'd say like calm. Like I'm in a nice, loving home, blah blah. Like there ain't nothing crazy going on like that. Just for you little viewers, I'm going for a mad team. But like there were odd times where it's just like, yo, like this is tough. Do you get me? But
tough how?
Everyone.
Tough how? Like, tough how? Are you talking financial wise or
like obviously from my mom's standpoint, like she never used to live here, innit? So like when she came,
so where you guys from?
My mom's Jamaican, innit?
Yeah. Shout out Jamaica, same here still.
But yeah, like when she came, I can't lie, my mom's done her thing still. Like she's got up and like works in it, graphs and so on. But there was a time, obviously, where like financial stability has always kind of been a thing within my household. So growing up, it was kind of like, yo, I need to sort that. To get me. But that's also a thing that I feel like a lot of people have, but they just everyone just tries to go on like, yo, I got it.
I
I'm not
hear
really
ya.
that. If I'm in a sitch, I will just, this is where I'm at. And it's not gonna be like that very long. Do you get me? But
I hear
where
you.
I'm at,
Yeah.
so
All right, then just based off what you're saying,
go on.
what does money mean to you?
Money don't really mean much, if I'm honest. And I think I've learned that from early because I've had to enjoy life without having it. So
Okay.
there's been times where I've made money and I've just been like, well, it doesn't really
Exciting.
It's just and I think from obviously I used to work at Selfridges. From working at Selfridges, you lose the real value of money as well. It's like people come and spending 7-8 bills on shoes.
Yeah.
If someone's come to me with a McQueen and say it was like $320 at the time, you'd think, oh, it's just a McQueen. But yo, that's $320. Like,
Yeah.
do you get me? Like,
I hear ya.
like in my head, these are the little things like that I'll see in life, and I just feel like money just doesn't mean anything, if I'm honest, because I've learned that you can do a lot without even having it.
So
Yeah.
instead of money, what do you actually value?
For me, I have a therapist, by the way, guys. So,
Do you? Oh.
yeah, a lot of people I feel need it, if I'm honest.
A lot of people need it.
Yeah, bro, you know when people just be avoiding their feelings and just, bro, I'm one, like, do you get me? Like, I've been doing that.
Just
So,
off what you said earlier about
yeah,
avoiding
like,
charms.
bro,
yeah.
I know that, and I try to be as self-aware as I can, but, do you know what I mean? Like, you only know what you know until you know more.
Okay, then, so
You
just
get me?
based on what you just said then, so you said there's some things you probably know you need to address, but you avoid. Do you ever address these problems with your therapist?
Yeah, bro.
And how has your life changed since, obviously,
I
identifying
feel like
these things?
sometimes you have them uncomfortable pills to swallow, but bro, life has been like crazy, like just growing. Do you get me? And I genuinely believe that the moment you start you see like these little things to bed, your life just more of the rewards that you want start to just happen somehow because you're no longer avoiding things. I feel like you see if you have a problem that keeps on happening, it's because you're avoiding something and you haven't learned from what you need to learn from, and that's why it keeps reoccurring. So if you got a mad relationship, something
but bringing it back though,
Go on.
what other things do you value other than money?
So I don't value money, first of all.
Yeah.
But I'd say more family, relationships, just realness. If I'm honest, like, do you get me? Like, I feel like that goes a very, very, very long way for me. Like, if I get the smallest bit of odd energy, I can be very shut off. Like, just like that. Like, no real explanation. It's just, mad. Like, it's more mad. That's you. So. And I'll just be like, I don't know about that one, you know, but it's calm. Like, I wish you all the love and whatever, but I'm not really there like that.
Would you say you're very out the circle and preserved?
As you said, bro, like from linking me, like seeing me at school, bro. Like, I just sit and observe the room, and I'm just like, do I like this person? Do I don't? Like, do I not? And I'm just like, it's alright. Like, but I'm like that. Like, I don't like giving out too much of myself because I feel like I don't know. I've just always been like that. I've always been very much to myself. If I'm honest, sometimes I've felt within. It might sound bad. Don't really like this, guys. But bro, sometimes I felt like, yo, I'm like the black sheep within my family, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So like more in a sense of, I'm just to me, like to myself, and I don't like approaching people, but sometimes I'd want to, but I won't. Like, do you get me?
Yeah.
Like, so it's, I don't know, man. I don't know where that stems from.
Is that something you've addressed with your therapist?
Might do. Might have to come up next week.
Might have to go
Bro, I call it Trai's Tuesdays. Nah, I swear, bro. Like, bro, for a very long time, I never used to dedicate any time to myself, like for my actual self, to find out the little things I do like or enjoy doing. Like, it's just, do you get me? Like, I'm always doing stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm always achieving half of the things I do, but there's no, they don't feel good to me. Like, do you get me?
Yeah,
Sometimes,
okay.
so I'm just
Just based on what you said it might be. So to me, it kind of sounds like probably if there's a problem. So I'm saying, just based on what you just said, do you feel like you could answer that question yourself? Because for you to acknowledge it and then say, yeah, it might be, clearly means you understand there is something there.
Bro,
if you could answer that question, how would it be?
There's always something there. Like, I feel, bro, there's just always things there. Like, there's nothing. There's always gonna be something. Like, there's always gonna be something that makes you think or feel like this, or you start to act in a certain. Bro, I'm literally just living my life, and whatever happens, I'm just making sure I'm as self-aware to these things rather than avoiding a lot of things now.
Yeah.
And therapy, I won't lie, has helped that. Some days therapy isn't even therapy. Like, man, we're just having a catch up, man, just talking, chilling, and it's a vibe. Like, bro, sometimes it's mentoring. Like, like, I think some days I can start the week really strong and I'm killing it, and then I kind of fade out at the end. Speak to her. I feel like I can make an M again. Like, bro, if I feel like I make an M every week. Bro,
I hear it.
Do you get me? Like,
I hear it.
and some people don't speak, and do you get me? I always say perspective is everything, fam. And
Wow.
no one else is giving me. If you're not giving me more, I'm just. What is this? What are we doing here? What are we doing in this space?
Yeah,
like, if I can't lock in with you mentally, it's just airhead conversations. Like, I need something. I need substance, and I think that's what you said. Even ball, bro. Like, I used to kick ball, and I was very, very hard. I'm gonna tell you that for free.
I do remember. I do remember the playground.
Bro, I got bored, bro. Like, I'm just bored of it. I felt like I hacked it. Hey, bro, I'm
messy, you know.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you for free. It's gonna sound very cocky, but bro, if I wanted to do my thing, I said to ya, I genuinely believe anything I want to do, I can do. And a lot of the time, I say these things and I just do them because I don't think being successful is very hard, bro. It's not hard. I think a lot of people make it harder than it is because it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Like, I'm genuinely that serious. Because you could say, where do you want your podcast to be within the next 6 months or whatever? And
Monetized.
you could, I think if you work backwards, you can jot down what's needed to be there within that time of what you need to do every week, every day, blah, blah, blah. The difference is my head just does that constantly, all the time. And that's where the little things of not replying to messages, or I'm on socials and I'm uploading things and people don't, why are you not replying, or blah, blah, bro? But I'm just like, literally, that is me.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah, like, if you call me, oh shit. Well, go on, you could. But if you don't, oh my God, I'll go for months, just weeks not talking to anyone, or do you get me? And this is where I've realized I need to learn to just.
What's the gift and the curse of that mindset?
That's what I just said, bro. Like, shit. Like,
what's the gift? What's the gifts and the curse of it?
The gift is, yo.
If someone was listening to see, how would they get this mindset?
I think you gotta have a balance. That's another thing I speak about with.
Yeah, but we spoke about this, hasn't it? Is there such thing as a balance?
There's equilibrium, bro. Balance, like, man need balance in life.
Are you balanced right now?
I'm learning that 100% not, but it's okay. Do you get me? Like, man needs. That's another thing, is that I think I got to a point of where, okay, cool. Sometimes you can sit with people and talk to people and say one thing. Someone used to come to me and always say was like, oh, I have a friend called Bradley, and he's locked in. Like, when I say locked in, like, there's emotional intelligence. Like, do you get me? Like, you can understand things. There's no right or wrong. It's just, oh, why do you think like that? Like, you can speak to gang members and think of, why do you go down this route of life? I'm not saying you're right or wrong of what you're doing, but it's just, why do you think how you think? And I think sometimes a lot of people need to think from that perspective rather than why a lot of people are doing what they're doing. Do you get me? Because then you'll come to a common ground of understanding, oh, okay, like, that's just interesting. Where I think a lot of people point the finger like, yo, you're mad. Like, what are you doing? And
yeah.
Do you get me?
I get what you're saying.
Some people go through shit and don't know how to... Bro, there's so many things that stem from when you're young, bro. And guys, some people ain't ready for that conversation, fam. Like, with
this
them
is how we
like, do you get me? So Yeah, I don't even know what the main question was, bro. I'm just
Nah, don't worry about it.
enough, fam.
But here-
yeah, like
So, at what age did you think, yeah, I want to own a clothing brand or I want to sell clothes?
I think when was it? I was in like year 8 or 9. You
That's
remember
like-
Jaren? Me and Jaren, like Jay.
Light skin.
He ain't like bro,
Tall.
he's black, but he's light skinned.
Tall.
I know the
Look,
name.
man.
I just don't know the face.
Views, it's alright, man. It's alright, man. It's calm. But bro, I'm not taking the piss out of Evaluate too. I'm just saying. But yeah, like me and him like started a little thing like, and I called it Comrade Clothing at the time.
Called it what?
Comrade Clothing, bro. You know, I just went on Google.
That's like some
And I was
army
just
shit?
like, bro, it's just I don't know what.
Basically like brothers in arms.
Bro, and then I
Oh,
stole like the Chanel logo, thinking I didn't know what designer and that was. I've never really been into fashion like that.
Yeah.
Still at the moment, but I kind of just know what I like. Do you get me?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just dress how I like and I make what I like. So around then, year 8, year 9, that didn't really go anywhere. It was just kids with dreams of doing this, doing that. Do you get me? Yeah. And then yeah, like about then, year 8, year 9, innit?
So was it? But why clothing? Why didn't you change after?
Bro, I just needed to make money, man. Like in my head, I'm thinking, how can I make money? But I'm not on the drug thing. Like, do you get me?
Yeah, I
Like,
hear you.
bro,
I hear you.
I wasn't on the drug. In school, bro, I was never really, I'm gonna cause trouble. But like, I'm just flying under the radar. I do enough. I enjoy my time. Do you get me? Like,
yeah,
I
just getting your
feel
stuff done in it.
I may get a lot of backlash from this. I don't care, but it's one of them. I feel the kids that are in school that are on their thing right at the moment, right now, are not on their thing, bro. And it's yeah, man. After some of them, I feel you need that balance. And when I'm talking the balance in just normal social interactions, like learning how to speak to people, different types of people.
Yeah,
because when they've left school now, I'm not saying all of you guys. Let me not throw you all in one category, but some people that I know that have left school, and I'm just thinking, yo, you are bugging. What is going on? Like, whoa.
But you saying you fell off?
Like just fell off. Like, I think,
I hear it.
because look, if you go through this constant cycle of, oh, okay, cool. I need to go to college. I need to go to uni now. And then you've done uni, and all you've done this whole life is education. And then you've realized, whoa, it's actually quite hard to get a job now. I've still even secured all of this. And then, but that whole time you didn't learn how to just socialize and talk to people and build connections, and because you've been on, do you get me? Like, it's just like,
Do
you get me, bro? Now, honestly, man, like people can become very socially awkward in places, and it's just like, you know how far I've got with just knowing how to talk to someone and just being like, yo, like, I fuck with what you doing, man. Like, this is what I do. This is what you like. Love what you do. And bro, that goes a long way. And I think some people haven't. I think sometimes it's hard to learn that when you're so indulged in thinking that this is the way of life. But I'm not. I don't know, man. it's not for me to think about. Do you get me? Like, as I said, you only know what you know. Till you know more. Do you get me? And I can't. That makes my head rest.
All right. So, I just want to revisit the therapist one more time. I just want to.
Bro, I'll be honest. I may mention her like 20 million times. You know how many clients I've given this woman?
So you know what?
Bro,
After this, I was literally about to ask.
I refer people, you know, and I'm like, yo, I swear to you, speak to this woman, bro, and she says to me, yo, you put money in my pocket, you know, and I'm gone. We gonna run this up, man. Like, my thing's free. Nah, by then it should be. I'll be honest, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I was gonna say. So, what's probably one of the best sessions you've had, and she's probably changed your life? Something that's been so significant, a moment you've had with her, and you thought, raw.
I could imagine there's been many. Like every session, every session. What's one that stood out? But sorry, I'll tell you, like she made me quit my job still, I'll be honest.
Really?
For real?
Yeah.
What did she
was
say
like,
to
yo,
you?
what's the worst that can happen? I've gone, don't speak to me like this, you know?
That's a teasing question.
I go, don't speak to me like this, you know?
You had no answers, did you?
We spoke on it for a good 2 weeks. Like, Trai, you know you can make money. Of course I know, but like, do you get me? Like, what? But she was just saying like, what reference did she give me? She was just more or less saying, you can always go get another job. You can always go, bro.
True.
It's mad. Like, for the things I was doing, the places I was going, people I was meeting,
You was always gonna be nice.
there was no way I was gonna step foot in that building. On the days I could have been there. And I said to my managers, if you and me, you'd be doing my thing too right now. I'll be honest. And it was just one of them, man. I just thought, no point in me causing any drama anymore. I want a calm reference. You get me? Just in case it's needed. So yeah, like I guess that. But every session is crazy, bro. Because it's like, it depends on you as well. How much you actually want to lock in. I keep saying this, but how much you actually want to, like, bro, and say, yo, man, actually, nah, I slightly feel a way about that. Whether you feel you can feel a way about it or not, you address it and you bring it up, because it's like, there's no egos here. Like, this is an open space. Do you get me? Like, you don't know nothing about me, you know? Like, so it's just...
You meditate or journal?
It's sick. I don't journal. I don't meditate.
Nah.
Some people tell me
Has she recommended that to you?
Nah, like, we just speak. Like, she gets me, though, because I can go a time where I don't have a session.
That's a great what you just said. She gets me.
Yeah,
there's probably no better feeling.
She gets me. It's mad. Like, sometimes she'll call. I remember once she was like, oh, like, I've quit my job, blah, 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 I'm doing my thing. And she goes like, don't worry, like, soon you're going to be on the other side of the world. Blah, blah, sipping at a coconut, this, that, and another. Bro, I forgot I had a therapy session. Fam, I was in Germany at the Champions League game recording, yeah. And she's bowed me, and I've got, forgot. Answered. I went, I swear, I was like, I sent you the peanuts. Like, yo, we were just laughing though, because it was like, it was like, yo, we need you in Germany like next week. I was like, I don't work for no one. Calm, like, I'm moving. Do you get me? And then just called me, and I was like, yeah, like, I hearing it. And after that, I was in Jamaica, bro. I was just like,
you went from Germany to Jamaica?
I think, I don't know which one was first, bro, but just knowing the two, in that 1 month, I went 2 countries, and that's not a thing that's normal for me.
That's mad.
So, do you get what I'm saying? Like, the moment I left work, bro, it was like everything just, anything I wanted to do.
Was Jamaica more of a holiday, or was it? Was Jamaica more of a holiday?
Okay, so like, I went to Jamaica in March last year, and that was to meet my dad. So I wasn't gonna go. All my family were going, and they already bought their tickets and went. And then my dad went there, and I didn't know. And he goes like, "Oh, I came here thinking you were here." So like, my dad wanted to get on with man and whatever, but fam, like, man was just born in a whole other country to him. Do you get me? So like,
do you have a relationship with him?
We kind of do now, I guess, but it's mad because he's just like me, but I've never grew up around him. Do you get me?
Okay.
So,
do you feel like if you grew up around him, you would be able to understand yourself a bit more? Because you are practically from him.
Nah, like, bro, like, I'll be honest. My dad's, he's a bit mad. He's not mad, but it's just, you know, not loose, but...
What?
He just does him, and... Do you get me? Like, I just do me. Like, do you get me? Like, I can see him and understand things, but he's more in a place of where it's like he's doing the deflecting thing. Do you get me?
Okay.
Well, I've tackled mine. Do you get me? Like, I've thought, yo, okay, cool. Like, I don't really like this. So I'm gonna try to sort it out with myself and whatever. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But him, I think sometimes when I went to Jamaica, let me get back to the. Obviously, he must have FaceTimed me whilst I was in England. Yeah. And then he was like, oh, like, what are you doing? Like, you should have come, blah, blah. And I was like, well, one, I didn't have the bread. I was working at Selfridges. And I was just like, I couldn't get the time off work. Can't really come. Then he's gone, oh, like, I'll pay for the ticket, this, that, and another, like, and just come. Man, I'm thinking,
That's tempting, isn't it?
I thought, but I never caught a flight by myself, you know.
I know. I
A
still
quick 8-9 hour flight by myself.
Scary.
Security, all sorts. Yo.
And landing in Jamaica.
But you know what? I just thought, cool. I'll do it, innit? Booked it like the next day after he's called me. I was work. You gotta just deal with that, innit?
Yeah.
Nah, I'll be honest, bro. Like, man, gotta enjoy life, innit? Like,
Yes.
do you get me? So did that. Jumped on the flight, and it was mad. Like, he was only gonna be there for like 2 days from the time I was gonna get there.
Oh,
so when I got there, I've seen him for like 2 days, and it was just weird. Yeah,
What
it was just like
weird,
fam, do you know how I say I'm reserved?
Yeah.
But he's reserved. So imagine we've met up, but we're just
Two
there.
reserved
Like, we're
people.
just there. Like,
That's the first time you
do
met
you get
him
me?
as well, isn't it?
Yeah, like, and
for real?
no, not the first. Obviously, I met him when I was like 2, 3.
Okay,
you get me?
yeah,
But
When you
as
actually...
you said, I don't remember that stuff.
Yeah.
So we sat there, and it's just like I've had to ask him. So
What's going on?
what do you think, bro? Like, man's here. Do you get me? Like, speak to me, bro.
What's up, Dad?
Hey, what's up, father? Do you get me, bro? And yeah, like, I felt like it wasn't enough. Like,
Do you think
he
he
went
knows
after
you?
like 2 days. Do you get me? So I went and I was there, and after he went and I was there, it was just kind of like
And you just
I'm just on a holiday now. Like, do you get me? So came back and I realized, yo, I gotta go again. So went October just gone, and I went by myself this time. Like, my family wasn't there or anything. So it was one of them where it was just like, yo, man's here, you know. Bro, I'm in JA by myself, bro. No family, you know. Deep that, bro.
I can't lie. That's
Imagine,
that's
bro,
low-key scary to
That's
me, you know.
scary, you
Where
know.
was you staying?
Man don't have to look after me.
Yeah.
Bro, man don't have to look after me, you know, bro. So I'm just out in the grill, Jamaica, just... I'm gonna... Bro, it was mad, you know, fam, I'll be honest. It wasn't mad, like, it was good, but, yo, there were times I was mad, you know, like, I was... Not mad, like, I was just... Some of his actions, like, were just a bit... We're doing a lot here, bro, like, just... Calm down, like, do you get it? Like...
Speak. Go on. Speak what you're trying to say.
Nah, man, it's set time for I go back out there, man. It's like, sleep with bros. Hey, nah, to be fair, it was just like, cool. Out in Jamaica, there's not much to really do. There is, obviously, but yo, bro, there were days I'm waking up, I'm drunk by 12 p.m, bro. Like,
That's a
drunk, bro, drunk, like, gone.
Rare nephew.
Waking up, brandy on ice. I don't even drink brandy. Like, the dark stuff has me out, bro. And that's what we're doing. And then I think for him, he thought, yo, like, gal, this, that, bro.
Nah.
I'm just here to just spend time with my dad, if I'm honest. And then it was one of them where I think he gauged that after like a few days. But it was just like, I'm seeing him trying to chat to gal and then trying to like put some gal onto me. And I'm just like, yo, I'm good, bro. Like,
do you feel
I'm
like...
not trying to...
do you feel like that's like the first time you got to properly understand your dad and understand him to understand you?
I think, you know what it is? I would like to say I'm emotionally intelligent. So I got there and it's like I've read the situation and I've understood, oh, okay, this is the route you think I'm going down in it. As guys of gal, blah, blah, whatever. So he's probably thinking this is the easy way to, oh yeah, he must like this. He's a big man, but I think quickly he worked out, oh, okay, so like he's actually here to, like, he's just not on that. Do you get me? Like, fam, some of them are saying, yo, you live like an old man. I'm like, what do you mean, bro? Yeah, bro, like saying, just because I read books or like I'm on my laptop sorting out my Shopify or whatever, bro. Like, and I'm thinking, like, yo, what? You living like an old man? Like, come out and do that. And I'm thinking,
money have to make.
bro, not even money have to make. Just like, what?
You don't want to be doing
like,
that, do you?
For me, like, I think what was important for me as my therapist said.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna go out there with my camera and whatever. Like, I wasn't even gonna take my laptop, and she was like, "Nah, like, when you go out there, like, I want you to not take any of it. Like, I don't want you to hide behind anything." No. So very easily for me, it would have been easy to hide behind my camera and my laptop and just do whatever I'm doing, but I'm not fully engaging with my family, and do you get me? So, which was hard for me, because not naturally I'll put myself in a situation to just have to speak to people. Because
you have to,
I have to speak, and I don't normally do that. Do you get me? So already I'm learning. Yo, what am I gonna say to this person right now?
Your therapist sounds amazing.
Nah, I'll be honest.
But it seems like she's pushed you to the next level.
Nah, but you know what it is? It's if you want to take it on, if I'm honest. And that's going to be for anyone that you speak to. Yeah, don't worry.
One step closer to free lesson.
Yeah, like, but that's if you want to actually take on what she's saying in it. I think a lot of us can be very stubborn and just, I don't want to know about, do you get me? And just, nah. But see them people that are just, bro, you're talking from a lot of pain, bro. And I feel like, you actually need to just
address it.
Address that. Yeah. Tough pill, but the moment you've done it, just breathe. Like, imagine, like, we shouldn't laugh, but it's actually it's the truth. Real. Yeah. It's real. Like, yo, just breathe. Sorry.
Load himself.
Get comfortable. Man. But went to Jamaica, chilled, spoke with him, blah blah. Fam, there was a time. Oh my gosh! We're around this bar. It's quiet at these times, like in Jamaica. Like there's no tourists or anything really. So we're at this bar, bare staff, and then I've gone, yo, I feel orcs. So I've gone to go buy a drink. He's my dad's gone to me. He's got an American accent. He lives in America, innit?
Oh, okay.
But he flies back and forth, like he's quite close. He was like, bro, how are you gonna buy yourself a drink and not get us a drink? Like, he's with my uncles and shit. I was like, fam, because he speaks like that. And I'm just like, accent. And I'm just there, I'm listening like, God, this guy. But he's gone, how are you not gonna buy us a drink? And I've gone, what, do you want a drink? Like, I can get you a drink, innit? I thought I need to get a drink, you're stiff up right now. Do you get me? Like, man, just let's be all right here. Do you get me? But then bro, they started making a crazy commotion out of this.
For real,
fam. Like, he was just like, yo, it must be an English thing, this, that, and another. And I thought,
bro,
my first thought was, I do not want to speak right now, because then the bar staff are gonna know I'm English. Do you get me? Yeah. Like, if the patwa don't come out sweet, I'm in trouble. Like, man, are just humiliating me now. Like, yeah, it must be an English thing. But when he's like speak, they're shouting, and I'm thinking, yo. So I'm just quiet whilst they're speaking. And they keep saying English, and I'm just thinking, I don't want to speak, right? Yeah. So I was just gone, yo, do you want your drink or not? Like, what are we doing? Do you get me? And then, cool, after that, yo, man just marched home, bro. Like, bro, like, I was just pissed, like, why? Because I don't like drawing too much attention to myself as it is already. Yeah. So I'm around this bar, about 8 staff there, just staring at man, like, just, you know, the little smirks and that. Yeah, just what, I ain't with this, though. I ain't with this. Went back to a hotel room, bro.
That's just,
I just firmed it.
I
was like, yo, man, start again tomorrow, bro. Then man, like, we're going out. Yeah, do you think? Like, But I can't lie, coming to the end of it, like, me and my dad, like, we gathered our own little jokes and whatever, do you know what I mean? I think a lot of people take for granted, like, having both your parents there or whatever. Like, the little things for me is like, yo, whenever me and him just got drunk, we ended up at Popeyes. Like, it's just that, it's just as small as that. Do you get me? Fam, there was a time, I think we went back. I'm in England, he's in America, and I think he was just at Popeyes, and he just took a picture of the Popeyes box and sent it me. But it's like, you see that little inside joke. It's like them little things now we can kind of have, where before I just felt like, yo, I need bread. Do you get me? Do you get me? Like, I need money, but Now it's
You said that's been like a great moment in your life to be
yeah,
able to like reconcile.
bro, I needed that. If I'm honest, like I think
that's
for
beautiful.
myself, my brother and my sister, they have their dads in it. So a lot of the time, I'm at home and I'll see this, but I'll just be like, yeah, great.
Good for you.
Yeah, but yeah, so it was one of them where, yeah, I think I had to go and get that. Do you get me? So, yeah.
Perfect.
Bro, I felt like man ain't asking a question in a minute.
That was nice.
That was nice. But yo, in terms of your clothing brand, what's the message behind it?
So, I haven't yet shared this with the world, but I don't mind sharing it now because we're gonna start to do it anyway. But 009, 2009, my auntie passed away in 2009 through childbirth.
Okay.
And she used to help my mum with money and like bills and so on whenever she needed it. And then when she went, it was like, yo, like my mum got into quite a bit of debt and whatever. So in my head, I'm just like, as a young youth growing up, like, oh, I'll sort it out. Like, do you get me? Just backbone shit. Do you get me? And then it was one of them where like, growing up, I needed to do something, and I didn't really know what avenue to go down. And then my brother started a brand. I ain't even gonna name it because it's yeah. And then he wanted me to help out this, that, and another, and I was like, yeah, like calm, like I don't mind. He had about 6, 7, 8 mates trying to do this brand.
Oh right.
And then it was one of them where like he just wasn't. He wasn't
dedicated
or on it to it. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But when I came, it was like, oh, like there's this, bro. I've just gone on my hamster wheel. Like I'm just new ideas. But we need to change the name to this and the logo to this because blah blah. And like, how do you feel about that? And I won't lie, bro. At the time, crazy tensions, man, because it was just like, man was just not taking over.
Just coming and
it was just like,
motion.
bro, like this is what we should be doing. Like, and I know it. And it got to a point where tensions only came when you started seeing something of it happening. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But there was a long period where it was kind of just like, oh, I'm not really doing anything. I don't really. Do you get me? Like, it's like, bro, if you made a podcast right now and didn't do nothing for like 4 months, and then you've made one, do you get me?
Yeah.
And it's just, it was kind of like that. And then, cool, change it to this, doing this, blah blah. Grafting at it, working at it, but that's more or less the idea behind the name and everything. 9th Street, family. A lot of my family live in America, Florida, Boston, where my dad's at, Seattle, New York. Like, if I'm honest, I don't know why a lot of us are here because like we've got.
That's how I feel.
Jamaica, America. Do you get me?
I got the same thing. Yeah.
But man, I woke up here. Do you get me?
Yeah, you know, like
so. Now, when I look at things, I'm quite happy about it. Do you know what I mean? Because there's a bit of a mad thing going on here and there sometimes. So, yeah. But, yeah, like, that was it. I thought if I ever take the brand to America, I want the name to kind of work there as well as here. And in Miami, like, the roads are, like, 8th Street, 9th Street, blah, blah. Yeah. And we went Miami one time, and it was just like, oh, I like this. So, then I got that. And then, yeah, like, that's just how I created the brand, like, through that. So 2009 009 9th Street, America.
That's it. That's
I like that. I like that.
Decent. It's alright, man.
You know, speaking of 9th Street, I'm actually wearing a top that I bought ages ago.
The old dress.
Yeah, the old things got a teddy bear at the back and everything, bro.
Literally, camera get that one.
Yo, I'd have to do it after this thing, bro. Can't lie. But anyway, like, so how did you find yourself staying motivated throughout doing the whole brand?
So,
like, did you not burn out?
As I said, like, yeah, bro, burn out every time. Like, not every time, but most times.
Why do you think that's...
Even still till now, bro, man, just work, fam. Like, I grind too hard. Bro, too hard, fam.
Have you ever slept in this office?
Like,
Have you ever slept in this office?
Bro, I've been falling asleep in here, bro. And I get up and I'm like, yo, take your ass to bro, what are you doing? It's not even making sense now to get me like for the efficiency, but I can't stop sometimes. Like, bro, I'm on my laptop and I'm just like, yo, more. Like, and then I'm dozing though, but it's like, do you get me? And then I have a moment where I'm just ill, bro. Like, I'm ill, crazy. Like, falling off, bro. And then, bro, I'll be honest, bro. Like, I'm bed bound, like, can't move, but then get back up, bro. Back to it, bro. Man, don't learn from me. I'll be honest, man. That's another thing. Therapy, bro. Cassandra, I'm plugging you. I'll be honest. But she should say to me, like, equilibrium, everything, like rest is just as important to do you get me? Rest is a part of the recipe to success, is what she'd tell me. So do you get me, man? I'm trying to learn it, but when I'm in a good swing of things,
you don't want to stop it.
Nah, I'm sorry.
Why did she say rest is important?
Because efficiency, innit? Like, I think for me, I'd say right now I'm on it, but there's balance with how I'm working at it. Where before, I'd have my desk and everything at home, and then I'd just wake up.
Straight to
you get me? Like, bro. Yeah. And that's it all day. Like, little things like just even going downstairs to my living room, sitting with my family, bro, it's not happening. Like, I'm just, do you get me? All day.
That's low-key how I feel still. My sister's always like, yo, come downstairs. I'm like...
No, the maddest thing is, I say I will, but I sit there and then I realize 2 hours has passed and then everyone's going yard now. Do you get me? Yeah. So... laugh, bro. It's like that. But it's one of them where slowly I'm learning it. Having this office space allows me to do that. Like, I'll leave like my anything to do with work has to be left here. And then like, you see that notepad, bro, I'll just take that home. And then when I wake up, it's like, yo, I want to do work. Do you get me? But I have to get up and come here to do it. Yeah. So a lot of the time, if I'm in the night and I want to do it, bro, I'm just writing bare shit down, bro. Yeah. So then when I come here, it's a lot more focused on what I'm doing because I've already wrote it down anyway. Do you get me? Yeah. So I know what I should be doing.
Hey guys, I know I'm not in the studio right now, but I just wanted to say with the cost of living rising, everyone still wants new clothes, new tracksuits, something warm to wear. And we recently discovered this brand called C's, and we've partnered with them for this episode, and they sell £20 tracksuits, and I've been wearing mine for about 2 weeks now. I've washed it, the color's still there, it fits, it's comfy, it's smooth, pretty much the best £20 tracksuit you can get. Check them out. I know they got new stock dropping in February. Thank you again, C's, for sponsoring the video.
But basically I have like my office space where now I do a lot of my work and I leave my laptop, iPad, whatever I associate work with here, and then I'll take my notepad. What the hell am I saying, bro?
Notepad.
My notepad to my house, and like...
Is it a physical notepad? Are you talking iPad notepad?
Yeah, like I would show... Like,
yeah, it's like...
Yeah, I can... It's but like, I'll just mind map or scribble a lot of things down, and I think that's helped me a lot as well, where my head can go into like overdrive or I'm thinking of so much, but I need to get it all down. Because until I get it down and work out what's what, I can't move forward. But I'll get mad at myself. Like, why can't you move forward? Like, we're working. But do you get me? Yeah. So I think my head's very OCD systematic. Like, I need 1, 2, 3, then here, then there. And that's why I say, like, the success thing ain't hard. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like, it's... My brain will work out a system and know that. Just do the system.
Yeah, as long as you follow this system, you'll get to where you.
Yeah. Like, it will happen. Like, there's no way it cannot happen. Do you get me? So that's why I never really feel like anything is hard to achieve. And I think sometimes people can look at me and be like, "Oh, what don't you do?" And I'm just like, I don't know, man. I see what I pick up tomorrow, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, even my brother, not my brother, my boy, he's an electrician, and like one of the times, like, man just went on a job with him. I won't lie, bro. Man was playing with earth wires, the whole thing. Like, yo, I'm putting in sockets and shit. Like, do you get me, bro? Let's not put that out there, though. They don't know the company. Do you get me? But do you get me? I ain't like sensational. Hey, but I'm telling you though, like my brain can learn whatever it wants to learn. Do you get me? And I think I learned that from school as well. Like when I went college and stuff, it was just like I will learn what I want to learn, but if I don't want to learn it, you're gonna get 0 out of me. Like, do you get me?
I feel like that's for me as well.
Like, bro, I went college.
Same with university.
I had to pick three courses. I just picked up psychology, sociology, and then I had sport. Didn't give a fuck about the 2, so I just got using them. Like I literally just went there and just it's not happening. I'll be real. I'll be honest. It's just not. Do you get me? I'll try. On the days I tried, I'll be honest, bro. I remember getting grades, but I just don't care for it. Like I get bored of it very, very quickly. So yeah, sport. You know, I'm just getting there.
All right then. I got a question.
You know what I'm saying?
So you spoke about the name Ninth Street and obviously where it comes from, how it stems from. You said how your sister, well, your mom's sister, played a vital part in your life. How significant is your mother to you and what you do?
Oh, mom's is big, bro. Like,
is she your why?
With most of my things, my mom's comfy now. Like, I'll be honest. That don't see like it's like to racks or whatever. I haven't, but mentally, like she's in a good place. Do you get me? Yeah. Money is calm. Everything's just calm. She's just living. Do you get me?
Because I do remember the post you did when you were like, you paid off your.
Oh,
paid off your mom's debts,
bro.
Let me hear about that.
Speak about that.
Yeah, obviously, he paid off my mom's debts. You know what I'm saying? Like, the cool achievement. I won't lie, sitting here and speaking about it right now, that's one thing I'm proud of, where sometimes I don't know what I'm actually happy with what I've done. But that's one thing I will say, hand on heart, yo, man's been on his shit, do you get me? Because, and that's another thing I do, bro. I speak of myself in like third person, bro. Like I speak of myself like, yo, that guy's on his thing. Do you get me? Because sometimes I don't believe it's me that the world's perceiving like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not to say they see me in this crazy light, but bro, I'll be honest, here and there I get messages like, yo, you're so inspiring. I love everything you're doing, blah, blah. And sometimes in my own head, I'm thinking, yo, what are you saying? Like, do you get me?
Yeah.
Not in a mad way, but it's just, I'm very self-critical because in my head, I should be here. Do you get me?
Yeah,
but then if I were younger, I'd look at myself like, yo, you made it, bro. Like, yo, killing it, bro. Do you get me? But that's there's pros and cons to it, innit? Because obviously I'm always gonna try and grow into whatever, but I can get to a point where I'm actually trying to chase this more and more and more. Do you get me? So yeah, but Mumsy, big, she's big to me still because my brother and my sister, as I said, just in case, like, yo, that's there to get me. For me, mom's just, yo, I've only got my mom still. Mom's my mom and my dad. So it's just like, nah, everything needs, like, do you get me? So if she was sad or whatever, like, yo,
that would affect you.
I'm trying to pattern it, yeah. And my mom got to a point where she was, like, just heavily depressed and stuff. And, like, not that I should say, but she wouldn't want to be about, do you get me? In that way. So then, but she'd only tell me, like, well, she wouldn't tell me, but as I say, I sit, read, I observe.
Emotionally,
I can see, yo, you ain't good, do you get me? Like, don't try to tell me you are, because I can see, like, I can see it, do you get me? So, like, there'd just be times, like, she just wouldn't. And for me, anything I'd do was just, yo, cool, bro. From the age of, like, 17, 18, bro, I logged out at, like, PlayStation, all of that at like year 8, bro. Like I was literally just on building. Like I need to sort my house, bro. I was changing carpet, like laminate in my floors, bro. Like,
do you know how mad that
bro?
is?
Like it's mad. Now I think about it, it's crazy because when I was, how old are you then? Like in school, like 16, 15, 16, bro. Even still, it's
younger
young.
than that, like 14.
This is what I'm saying, but it's just young. Like, do you get me? And in my head, like, yo, any money my mom gave me for that week of like, just to go to school and shit, bro, I was stacking all of it, like, do you get me? Just to try and do little things here or there. Like, bro, I've got videos, like, where I just hide a little $5, like, in my mom's car and just be like, oh, like, you'll just find that at some point. Do you get me? Like, just, but I'll be honest, like, I don't know, just in my head, I just thought, yo, oh, now, see how we're just here, right here, like this?
Yeah.
My mom could be thinking the worst right now. Do you get me? And that would constantly be in my head. So it'll be like, I don't even know how to think on my own shit right now. 'Cause I'm thinking of if
she's alright.
yeah, like you need to be good. Do you get me? So sometimes I think that's where I'm at right now. Where last year, I think I reached the point where mom's good, blah blah, like everything's calm. Yo, I have my own feelings.
Yeah, so do you feel like you can live a bit now?
I said I have my own feelings.
At times, like, yo, man, just running about my day, like, I could be thinking, yo, she could be thinking the worst right now. Do you get me? So, I think I never took it into account of my own emotions because I don't have time to think of my own emotions. Like, that was just a thing in my head. So for me, everything is just solutions. How can I fix this? How can I sort this out? Like, and I think from early, my head's been stuck at that. So there's little things like, say you got in a relationship. The relationship now, just like, it can't just be solutions. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because for example, if I've said something and it's made you feel away, oh, okay, I won't make you say that. I won't say that again. But then it's just like, that makes sense, but it's just like, sometimes there's feelings like with my head, you can't put a strategy to a relationship. To get me? Because there's feelings, so there's no right or wrong sometimes. But do you get what I'm saying? You can't put a strategy to that.
So how would so
I love it.
I'm trying to think. Like, so if there was a problem, you don't look for a solution.
So obviously we look for a solution, but it might. What the word I meant was strategy. I think sometimes my head tries to put a strategy to it, and you can't. Some things you can't just put a strategy to. There's no. It's not like a instructions manual. Does that make sense? You can't just read the Bible and think, oh yeah, you're gonna be good in this. Like, do you get me?
Yeah.
So little things like that, what I'd say have been installed within me just from young, because I need a strategy to sort out this, that, and another. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like with achieving some things, it's not hard, like, because my head's just installed that anything I want to do, man, can do. Like, do you get me? And yeah, I guess more the relationship side of things, like with people, friends, do you get what I'm saying? Because I've been reserved. I don't like chatting much. You only know what I want to let you know. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Where some people can, I just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm very. Man, I'm going off though.
Yeah.
We ain't going into that shit, man. But I was talking about mom. That's what I was talking about. That's how I said we're going now. But I was talking about, man, mom's everything. And I think she's always wanted me to kind of lock in with my dad and whatever, and blah, blah, like, so. Good to her as well. Like, she's made that happen. Like, she hasn't really been, like, stubborn about it all and whatever, because she'd always say, if she wasn't here, like, I'd want you to have that, blah, blah. So, yeah, like, everything I've done for the brand, growing up, blah, blah, mom still. So I feel like now, that's where I'm trying to work out what man actually enjoy like doing. Because if you think about it from a very early age, everything I was doing wasn't ever for myself. True. Do you get me? So now I'm just at a place of, I know how to do a lot of things, but do I actually
enjoy it?
Do you get me? So I know I like doing what, because how else can I just wake up and keep doing it every day? Do you get me?
Do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies?
Yeah.
See, this is another thing. Like, I try and think of what do I like doing, where a lot of my friends are I feel like they're so blessed to say, oh, you know what, like, this is my favorite cake. This is what I like doing. I like cooking. And I'm like, yo, that's so cool, because you actually know what you like, where I feel a lot of my life I've lived just having to provide and just, do you get me? So the little things I try and think of is, yo, man used to play ball quite a lot. Do you get me? But then I play it now. It's not really the same. That's another thing. I guess I get bored very quickly of a lot of things, because I feel like, oh, okay, I've understood all of that. Do you get me? So, like, I guess my only worry is, yo, man, I'll get good at bare shit, but not patterned any one of them. And that's what I'm trying really hard not to do right now, if that makes sense. Where the brand, bro, man, I could do a mad thing with the brand. Do you get me? But if I just stop, I'm just like, but no, you haven't. Do you get me? Even videography, bro. Like, I've had crazy DMs of like sick people that do sick things, man. Like, there's a guy called. Have you heard of Jay Hines?
Jay Hines, nah.
Yeah, well, he's a stylist, bro. He's a stylist for like Gunna, Jaden Smith.
Oh, okay,
bro. Like, this guy's saying, "Yo, might need you to just fly around LA, Paris, this, that, and another with me."
Don't tell me you said no.
I was like, yeah, get locked in if you want. Do you get me? But it's gotta make sense. I'm at a point where that's what I'm saying. Money and all that, it don't make it make sense for me, man. Like, I don't care anymore. Do you get me? Like I not in reference to him, but if it's not making sense to me and what I want, bro, I ain't there. I'll be honest. Like,
do you understand yourself?
Piece, I feel like I'm understanding.
Do you feel like you're
myself.
just understanding yourself?
I'm now just getting to grips with
to know who you are.
That I don't run with that, so I'm just not doing it. Do you get me? Or I don't care how much money it is. I don't care what you got, how you live.
So what?
I don't care. You get me? Like, so
wait there. So what is it that you want to do? What is it that you care about? What is your vision?
But that's what. Okay, so from the notes that my therapist has wrote down from everything I've said, she says to me that family and relationships can put me very quickly in survival mode. So I guess it is that. So whenever anything in that such is on a little, do you get me? It can rattle me. Like, it'll just be like, yo,
constantly on your mind.
Yeah, like nothing else matters. Don't care. Like, bro, there's been times I've needed to make like 3 racks in a week, and I was just, like I can make that if I want to just make that. If I want to make, do you get me? Like, if I want to make an M, bro, I will make an M, fam. Do you get me? Like, and I just believe that. But imagine, bro, I find it mad that I believe like this. Sorry that I'm going off, bro. But imagine if you felt every single day you can make an M, bro. Oh, give me to the end. Bro, I'm dead ass, bro. Fam, this is why I love therapy, bro. Because sometimes we'll talk on business and I'm just like, yo, man, can make an M.
Is it come out
like,
and
sometimes,
like a new man?
Yeah, bro. Sometimes the M ain't even crazy in my head sometimes. With the people I'm talking to, bro, I was doing work for one guy, I won't say who it is, but I must have saw his Shopify account that said like a month in. I saw 769K. Bro, I was like, what? I need to increase the budget, bro. What's going on, bro?
That budget's going off.
But this is what I'm saying, bro. He had people like, fam. He had people that used to market alongside like Elon Musk and shit. Like, these are people I'm going to chill and speak with, and bro, and what want me to be in at the 9 to 5? I'm sorry,
not happening.
It's not happening. I'm not doing it, and I think, yeah, man. But man, sometimes think I can make an M in it. And it feels good to know that, but then, as I said, I contradict myself with I'm not really money driven. So I end up doing these things that I know society feels we should be doing and going, but my body doesn't care. Like, do you get me? Like, I don't care about. I love the way you just communication. Yeah, like my body, money and all that don't mean anything, because imagine if I could speak to that guy and I'm his therapist and he needs me everywhere. Do you get me? Doesn't even pay me, but takes me everywhere around the world because he can afford that. Imagine that, like, you've got no bread, but your mate has bread and you're his therapist, and all of a sudden you're going to Dubai. Like, yo, but life's paid for, fam. Like, everything's good. Do you get me? And I feel like that's what I would say. Perspective is the value, bro. Like, you can sit in a room with someone that feels like, yo, I can make an M every single week, bro. You're coming close to it, fam. Like, do you get me? There's no, what? 10 bags? Bro, 100 bags at least. You get me? Like, fam, I'm telling you, man. Everyone after this go and think, yo, man's got bread. Do you get me?
Everyone's be like,
yo, niggas following me home. Hey, but it's a mindset, innit? Like, I think it's as real as that, if I'm honest. Do you get me? Go on.
I got something that might throw you off.
Go on.
I ask people now and again,
Go on.
when was the last time you cried? Or have you
bro,
ever cried?
you know I had a mad time, fam. There's one time, yeah, bro.
You're excited to say that.
Gee, nah, yeah, bro. I don't mind. Do you get me? Like,
Yeah.
fam, there was one time I was in the gym, bro, and I was just banging it out, bro. Chest, flies. Bro, and all of a sudden, bro, I swear, and I didn't know. Like, I didn't know why. Like, bro, I was just like, yo, I'm sat there like, this can't be normal, you know. Nah, I'm dead ass, bro. Like, I'm like, yo, that's mad still. But I'd say last time I'm cried, bro, New Year's just gone, fam.
Really?
Yeah, mad thing still.
Wow.
Do you get me? I don't really cry like that. Sounds very generic and vague of what a lot of guys do, you know what I'm saying? But it's, fam, I just don't. Because I feel like I've handled stuff for a minute. Like, bro, like 2 years ago, fam, like my mom was diagnosed with cancer, fam. But in my head, it was a thing where I didn't know. Like, for me, like, it sounds really bad, but yo, I just framed it as like, do you get me? Because my mom's been telling me you didn't want to be here for a minute. So for me, it was just like, oh, okay, like, you got what you've been asking for. Do you get me? Which sounds very fucked, but it's hard when you're trying to keep someone alive for so long and they don't want to do it themselves. Yeah. Do you get me? Then it got to a point where I was like, well, do you get me? Like, you've got what you've been asking for. Now, I genuinely believe you can self-heal just from the thoughts of, yo, I'm good. Do you get me? Like, I can get through this, blah, blah. And, you know, girl got through still, but won't lie. Like, she's got up, fam. There were days, man, I'm waking this woman up 6, 7 o'clock and we're going on a jog around the resort. Like, my mum, fam, my mum was not moving. I tell you, like, see, same way you're walking. Sorry, bro. But you see, same way you're walking, bro. My mum couldn't move, fam. Yeah, bro. Like, my mum wasn't moving, bro. Like, struggling to breathe, this, that, and another. I goes, nah, get up. Like, it's not a thing. Do you get me? And I think with some people that works, some people it doesn't. My mum, a lot of the time, she needs to kick up the arse, like, yo, let's do something in it. And yeah, like, little things like that, like, cancer came and it wasn't even a thing I cried at, bro. It was just like, yo, yeah, like, fam. So that was another thing that just kind of went over my head. I didn't want to know of it. It was just, I've been dealing with this anyway. Do you get me? And it's something I didn't really put out either because what's everyone gonna do for me? Do you get me? Like,
I've always
do you get me?
thought about things like that, and people like,
yeah,
oh,
like,
this person got this, like,
what are you gonna tell?
telling?
I always, bro, I live by it. Silent progression, loud execution.
I've seen that caption 100
bro,
times.
I say it a million times, man, because I'm like, yeah, cool, I'm gonna do this. I'm not telling no one until it's done.
And then
You're just gonna see a post. You're just gonna see a post. You're just gonna see a post. Oh yeah, mobiles. Like, I'm just gonna. Do you get me? That's me, man. Like, even with my mum's cancer, I'm like, yo, babe, people like, what? Your mum had this, that. I'm like, yeah, but man, just jog through. Do you get me? Like, I won't lie, it's hard, but what else am I gonna do? Like, I either get up and start jogging, or you want me to sit here and feel sorry for myself? I don't really. That ain't me. Do you get me? So, yeah, like, mum got through. She did the whole thing, like chemo, all of it, hair gone. Bro, it was mad still. Like, mum,
She doing well now too?
Yeah, like, mom's
Thank God
running around doing whatever she's doing, healthy, like,
That's good.
going swimming and that. Like, do you get me?
Does your mum ever say you work too hard?
Yes, all the time.
And what do you say to that?
I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fam, when was it? The other day I was asleep. Yeah, I conk out all the time. Get home, conked out anywhere. Do you get me? Fall asleep anywhere. And then it was one of them where I slightly woke up. You know, you just wake up a bit. And then she was speaking to my brother, and he was like, "Oh, he does work hard." And I was like, my eyes are closed, but I was just like, you get me? Like, yeah. But nah, she says it all the time. Like, you need to rest. You need to just put this down, blah blah. And I'm just like, I try to. Do you get me? I actually try to rest, and that's why I say Trai's Tuesdays, bro, because I try and dedicate that day to doing nothing at all. And I'm telling you, it's a fight, bro. It's actually hard because I feel like I'm going 6 months behind, but I don't realize that when I'm grafting and I'm working, bro, I move like just crazy. Like I know I'll be months ahead after just being within the swing of what I'm doing.
You cut all distractions, like phone down, everything out of the way, just straight.
Okay,
focus.
that's why I guess even in relationships, bro, my thing's, bro, tough, man. I'm not replying to a joke 2 hours after it's said. Do you get me? Like that's what would happen with me, more or less. Like I'm not picking up my phone. Like you gotta just get it. Do you get me? And if you think I'm doing a mad thing, just allow it. Because
all right, then. So
it's not really me.
Just
Go
leave
on,
us a follow-up question. Has there ever been a point in your life, especially on your journey, what you're doing, where you've had to drop somebody or something because they've maybe been holding you back, or do you get what I'm saying? Because
I'd say for a moment, like even with my brother, like when we had a little tiff. It wasn't crazy, but it's just because of the brand stuff and whatever. And I guess you could say like that. You know how some people struggle to just start something because they're just scared. I've never had to worry about that because in a way he kind of started that. Do you get me? And then I kind of just got on. But like at one point I was like, nah, like it's not really making sense. Like if I made an M after this, what you think you deserve? Yeah, bro. It wasn't making sense. And he knew it wasn't making sense. And then it was kind of one of them where we had a bit of resentment to each other, where now it's kind of all right. Like I've realized now I'm in the swing of it all and I'm doing what I'm doing. I need his help. Do you get me? And it's worked out. It's shaped up better, if I'm honest. Where these are little things that sometimes like I just pray about and whatever, that like this gets better or that gets better. And yeah, like naturally these things be happening, fam. I'll be honest. Like the world's real, man. The world, right? Nah, I'm just happy to, fam, with life, yeah, man. I'm just doing, do you get me? Like, I try not to think there or hit, like, yo, man, I'm here in this moment, and it's just, we're just hearing it, like, so I think that's where, like, I'm learning most, where sometimes I can be a bit too, I can think too far ahead, and yo, it makes me feel shit. Like, bro, I remember
you lose yourself in the...
Yeah, man. Like, bro, that's why I know some people say, yo, it's good to think big, this, that, and another. And, bro, my head thinks massive, bro. Like, crazy big. Like, too big. Not too big. There's never too big. But, do you know what I'm saying? Like, Adrian, your face is like killing me, bro. Like, yo, I think massive, and I think sometimes it can knock me because... Oh, just the other day, you met Fetty Wap, but Fetty Wap's just in my head, just. Do you get me? Where some people will just be like, oh, wow, like, although it's not relevant, whatever. Like, do you get me? But it's still something. Someone would be like, yo, I really did that, and they take in what they've done. I don't do that, bro. Like, I'll link up, it's cool, on to the next. Man should have been linking these up before anyway, do you get me? And it's just, all right, cool, on to the next. Onto the next. I think sometimes some people take it in like I don't know how to say it. Like, not some people can sometimes think like I'm arrogant or whatever, blah blah. But sometimes, yo, man's just locked in. Like, I don't see or think of anything. Like, if I'm not replying to a message, that's nothing personal to you. Like, I swear, I'm just driven to just go in here. And nothing else matters, like, and it's hard to explain that to people and get people to understand that too, because it's just like, how do you explain that to people?
Has it ever affected like your dating life or something?
I was about to ask.
Yeah, bro, bare like, fam. Sometimes like, I don't know. There's been odd times, obviously, like. You ain't
gotta say situation.
You know what? They're never gonna know. The world's actually never gonna know because I don't put my stuff out there like that, if I'm honest. And if I do, it's like I'm at food with someone, but it ain't you. Do you get me? Yeah. So take the hint, innit? Do you get me? That's a cheeky one. It is. Well, it is. It ain't you though. Because if it were you, you'd know. Yeah. Do you get me? But in the dating life, bro, like sometimes too locked in with what I'm doing. Do you get me? And they I think quickly they'll gauge, yo, Trai don't really, he don't fuck about. Do you get me? Like I've never been on it because I've seen just from growing up like with my mom, like just how to respect someone, blah blah. Like, I'm not really under just floating about and doing whatever. Do you get me? I feel like it's mad sharing energies with just bare different people. Like what
are you talking about? Like intercourse with bare girls?
But also like, bro, sometimes within myself, I feel like, yo, I can't just give out to everyone.
Yeah,
do you get me? Like,
yeah.
I pride my thing, fam, like in everything. Like, not even just. I'm not on about that. Like,
You know,
but I'm
can
on
say it,
about
you know,
like just even speaking. Do you get me? Like, there's been people that being in the circle and we speak and it's just like, yo, man, I'm gonna do this. You know, like we're gonna get somewhere. Do you get me? Like more in that sense of just knowledge and shit. Like I can't just speak to people that just ain't making no
Ain't on
sense.
the same stuff as you.
Like even gal, bro. Like if it ain't working up there, oh, you're getting on my nerves. Like you're killing me. You're actually, like, bro. I genuinely mean it. Like my head is burning.
Have you ever had to cut a girl off because of that?
It just doesn't get that far, bro. Like. Nah, like I'm so honest. Like,
no
it
chance,
sounds so bad, but I'm
it's honest.
so picky. Like I am. I have to be, which is tough, but I'm good. Do you get me? Like,
I mean,
you get me? But I'm so picky. Like, it's gotta make sense. And if I speak to you, I really hope you get it. I really hope you get where my head's coming from with what I'm saying and understanding something. And if we can't have a conversation, it's a long day. Bro, I used to have that and it was just...
She needs to understand you, basically.
Yeah,
you're on your
like,
purpose.
yo,
You're doing what needs to be done.
What are you doing? There's a red button here, you know. What are you doing? I'm not on this.
I mean, that sounds like one area of your life that you actually know what you want.
I guess so, kind of. Someone that's just... You see, in a relationship, there's no ego and pride over here, like, do you get me? And I think if you come to me with that, I'm gonna just like, yo, just drop it. Like, do you get me? Like, what? If you can't get comfortable in this space right here, what is the point? Do you get me? Because there's gonna be days where man are being tested, and I'm.
You see, you're not there for it.
Yeah, like, yo, if there's times you're feeling insecure and something or whatever, like, yo, just tell me. Like, I'm not against you. Like, we're on the same team. Do you get me? Like, so just, and if man actually care, like, man, we're patting it up. Do you get me? But
especially, is that why you go back to what you just said? Like, whenever there's a problem or something, survival mode straight, just fix it.
yeah, well,
solution.
there's, in a sense that I wouldn't say really. See, for me, if I get with a girl, yo, I need to love them. Like, I genuinely put my all into loving someone because when I get, that's where the survival mode comes. Because the moment I've bro, you know how many times I've been to a point where I've realized, yo, man can't love you no more. Like, yeah, bro.
What?
In a sense of, they haven't done nothing mad, but it's just,
You scared?
that doesn't work. Like, in my head, it's like, that doesn't work. So it's just like, oh, that's mad. Then it'll have to be like, I don't know how I build here with you, with that. Do you get me?
Okay.
Yeah, bro. So I've had some
Bro.
techie times, bro, but the game's the game. Do you get me?
I was gonna say that. He goes, the game's the game.
The game is the game, and we're battling through, man. But I'm good right now. Do you get me?
All right. I saw that.
Hey, tell a hint, man. I'm happy. You man starting your thing. How are you finding it? How are you finding the CEO of you, being the CEOs of yourself?
Hey.
How are you finding that?
I feel like it's a tough task, you know, because obviously you're the CEO of yourself, but I'm trying to run the podcast. Then I'm trying to run like my own short form editing thing. Yeah. Then I'm just like, I feel like I'm splitting my energies in so many things. It's like
So what, do you work as well?
not for someone else,
No.
nah.
So you're how do you feel like you're splitting yourself amongst?
Obviously, because we do all this editing ourselves for the podcast.
Yeah.
Then obviously I'm editing for other people, and then it's like, it takes time. It takes time in it. So then it's like, I'm just running out of time, bro. Then I've got no time for myself.
How are you running out of time?
Like to me, there's just not enough hours in a day, bro. Like let's say I spend like 5 hours editing for a client, fam. Then I'm spending the next 3 hours doing this, and then I'm spending like an hour or two at the gym. I'm already 12 hours in a day, bro. And
there's definitely enough hours in the day.
Nah, there's not enough to me,
because
bro.
it's not changing. Do you get
It's
me?
not
changing, and people are doing it.
Nah, but not
To the extent you want to
there
do
is.
it, people are doing it, right?
Nah, yeah, that is true.
And they've
But-
got the same time as you.
But no, I feel like I agree. And there's 24 hours in a day. Almost at the same time. There is enough hours in a day. But when you're trying to do so many things and you're trying to do it by yourself, all at the same time,
Yeah.
it's just never gonna work.
But I swear this is I was speaking to you about literally like the other day. I said, yo, the more obviously client work you do, that's great. But you're leaving no time for yourself.
You know what I'm saying? And also trying to run a YouTube channel, bro. You know how long that is as well.
Yeah. You know what, bro? I think, as I said, this is what I was saying, bro. Efficiency, fam. And
It's all about efficiency.
that's where you're probably at.
Yeah.
You're spending 5 hours on editing. That better
Obviously.
be worth your 5 hours.
True.
Would you say it's worth your 5 hours?
Sometimes depends who it's for.
But there you go. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you can select.
Is that what you were saying?
Yeah,
You need
true.
to find something that actually aligns to what you want to do.
Yeah, like bro, that's what I've learned. Like from doing videography, I remember I quit work, and I was like, yo, I need bread.
Do you know what?
Bro, I was running it up, you know. Anyone, DM, visuals, bear with them.
For real.
Everyone was on it. I thought,
They were on it.
yeah.
Swear down?
Yeah, bro. And then I thought, yo, I am tired, fam. Bro, I made bread, yeah, but I swear I was tired. I was traveling up and down London, Manny, wherever, Kent, bro. I was moving
Bro, that's
to
mad.
get me
Driving or train?
train.
Yeah.
But it was non-stop. I was waking up. Say if I needed to get to London for 10, I'm leaving my yard by like 7. Do you get me?
Yeah.
On the train, editing on the train, go to the shooting, on the way back on the train, editing the
again.
shoot,
Yeah.
and then I'm conking off asleep.
Next one.
Man, doing it over and over, bro. There's no rest. There's actually no rest.
But that's because you have to run.
The rest was the Uber journey from the train station to where I was going. To
That's
get
mad.
me, like, and then I realized, yo, I ain't doing this. I can't do this no more. Now I select who I want to work with. And you kind of just fine tune and filter to who you want to work with. And
Yeah, that's what I feel like I'm going through right now.
you need to do that, bro, because if
Yeah.
you want more time for the little things, like say if it's this, what is it that you want more time for?
For building my own YouTube, bro.
Yeah,
That's what I feel like I've
is that
actually,
for you as well?
But to be honest, I was gonna say like, yo, I think the point where I realized that becoming CEO is that I feel like my whole life I've been coasting, as in obviously just going through the motions, just gaming, going with your friends, doing whatever.
Yeah.
And then obviously the first step to self-improvement is self-awareness. So I had to like realize what needs to be changed, what needs to be done in order to change, and where I need to go. So once I realized that, I'm obviously starting the podcast like a month, 2 months later, like got that sorted. And then that's when I realized, well, I said, yo, I decided I'm going to make this podcast with my friend. I'm the boss, that I control my life and what I'm doing, where I'm going. But obviously now I got to the point now, 3 months on, I feel like, because I've met so many people,
Yeah.
and I'm around this group now, I realize, yo, there's actually so many things I want to do.
Yeah.
It's just like, but I had a meeting with one guy who was telling me, he's like, yo, you need to just settle down. Pick one thing you fuck with.
100%. I've
Yeah.
been
And then
told that
just-
a million times.
Blow that.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing an Alex Hormozy video, and he was like, his friend's got 12 businesses, bringing in millions. And then he goes, all right then, you're overworking, pick one business,
Yeah.
and then which one would bring you the most revenue? He's like, this one. And then he picked that one business, and he says, yo, I got free time to spend time with my wife, my family, my kids.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like, it only took me probably to like this week to realize,
Yeah.
pick the podcast first, blow that, give it all, because he gave
That's
Yeah.
where I'm at.
you get me? Like,
Boss first, the brand.
'cause
Just what's
the
first,
brand, if I'm honest, I've got a girl that helps me out with my social media.
Yeah.
Named Luan. And she was like, yo, you're way too self-critical, this, that, and another. And you know what? When people tell me stuff like that, where it's quite negative towards me, I kind of take it as like, oh, okay, like, I appreciate you telling me that, if I'm honest. Like,
Constructive.
yeah, like, it's just where before I never really used to be, I was just like, I know what I'm on, like, just, do you get, but now I'm just like, you know what, fair's like, makes you say that and whatever, but I think she made me realize that, yo, there's way too much meaning behind all this, like, everything you're doing, like, some of the prints, some of my tattoos, like, bro, a lot of the things, it's just like, even my next collection is called Missing Pearls. The auntie that died was Pearl in 2009.
That's a beautiful name.
And then,
still.
yeah,
Missing
when you,
Pearls.
like, with how I'm trying to push that is, like, the significance of if you think of the significance of a pearl, it takes 3 years for a pearl to form. Then when I think of the significance of my brand, I want it to be timeless, very expensive. It's, do you get me? Like, just little intricate details.
How do you plan the names? Do you like the 20-20-20 rule?
What is
Oh,
that,
sorry,
bro?
that's like a rule. It's like,
Like,
you pick a name, like 20 names that you want it to relate to, and then 20 meanings that it could relate
bro,
to.
I've never
And
done that.
so,
If I'm
that's-
honest, I might have to do that now.
Yeah, but it's more like to get more of a precise
Yeah.
name and meaning of what you want to mean. You get what I'm saying?
My
Makes
thing is
sense.
just, I've just thought, yo, that links to this, that.
Yeah.
It
it
makes
just makes
sense.
sense.
And you know what? It's always been like cool. Like, I think how I've been doing it is growing the brand. I've never wanted people to sympathize over the brand. So I've always wanted people to fall in love with whatever I'm doing because they just like it. Before actually saying, oh, there's this, then this, and this. And then, like, I hate to say it like this. I don't mean it in any ill intent. Man's laughing before I've said it. But, like, you know, like, just like money-making brands or, like, like ones that relate to, like, God or whatever, then it's just like, do you get me? Like, that's
You don't feel there's any meaning behind it. It's just,
not
just
that,
money.
but I've just never wanted to push my brand in that sense. To people are buying it because the word of God or something, oh, I'm on money. It's just people are buying it because man, like this, I look hard in it. That's how I wanted it to build. Now I think if I come back and say, okay, there's actually an emotional attachment to this. I feel like that's not a way in which you win your customers over, but it's just kind of like what separates the branding in it, because there's always the LV, Gucci, Kenzo, or whatever brands you want to call out there. But what actually, if LV's tee went to £80, what's the difference in them if people buying the LV tee and my tee? Do you get me? Like, what makes the difference? Because and that's another thing I've learned along this journey is that everyone has bread, you know. Everyone, trust me. People can make things work if they want to make things work.
Yeah.
In do you know what I'm saying? If someone's genuinely got no money, then they haven't. Like, and
They will find a way to get
But I'm
what they
telling you,
need. Yeah.
people will find bread. Same way you found money to get this, your mics, your camera, because you want to make the podcast work. People will, if your brand or whatever makes sense to them. And
that makes sense.
do you get
Like,
me?
I think
Bro,
it's
you
like
want
saying,
FIFA,
like
the new
them
FIFA that's
crackheads.
coming out, you will find money to go get that.
That is true.
There's, look how many people not broke, but to get me, haven't got financial stability, but they've got PS5 at home, this, that. But do you get me? How have we got that?
They always find a way.
Do you get me? Like, people, if you want to, trust me, you can. And that's why I say perspective is everything. Because the moment you see, oh shit, man can do that, you're doing it, bro. Do you get me? And that's why I say you only know as much as you know until you know more. And you're like, do you get me? Like, you ever had a friend that's just done you dirty? I haven't, but
Nah, not really.
do you get me? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You have, damn, tough.
There's stuff in it.
Yeah, but
Your fingers.
hey, we don't need that. You know, yeah, but like sometimes, bro, it's easier to sit back and think, he only knew what he knew.
Okay.
Because if he knew how you were thinking and feeling on the situation and how it would have felt to you, then maybe it would have been different.
Nah, but I feel like
Okay.
in my situation, we kind of did speak through it and speak on my situation, and he
But-
still didn't get it.
But because he doesn't know, there's no understanding there. So how do you get me? Like, if you fully understand something, you wouldn't go on in a certain way. And I'll be honest, that puts me at
But you
peace
think
with a
everything's
lot of
made to be
things.
understood though?
Not everything can be understood.
Okay, is that
And
that's the case for you?
That's where I'm saying, like,
That makes sense.
not everything can be understood, and that's what I'm saying. Some people only know what they know. Like, you can only know as much as you want to know. Like,
Facts.
and I think that stops stops me from overthinking so many things on, oh, why this person's gone like this or acted like this, and it's just, they're just doing them.
Yeah.
And
It's true,
I
true,
can't force you to be any other way. Like, you are waking up and living your day being you. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And no matter, that's just them. Do you get me? Like, it's mad.
That makes sense.
I think some people will look at me and think, yo, what the hell is this guy saying? But you either get it or you don't.
I get what
Yeah,
you're saying.
it's
you
either you
don't.
get it, you don't, and I
If
get
you
it
get-
still.
yeah,
I get it.
exactly.
I get what you're
I
saying.
get it.
I understand. Man.
Perspective, man, is a crazy thing. My family are tired of me saying this, but bro.
I said
Feel,
his family's
feel like
tired
you
of
can
it.
kill it, bro. Feel like you can make how many subs on whatever, like, in the next few. But I see you doing it though. Like, I'll be honest. Like,
I see it as well, to be fair. I can't lie.
you should. If you don't, bro, I'll be worried.
Getting the subs
like
that
the
we want.
crazy subs,
Yeah.
like just go in clear with it, or however you want it to be. Like, I can definitely see it happening. It's just consistently doing it, innit?
I think it's like that quote we always say, yo, it's not a matter of if it will happen, it's just a matter of when. Because we just keep going, keep pushing.
I think there's been so many people I've spoke to, and they've been like, I think some people can get, oh, it's mad, bro. I need to, fam, my brain just goes on one and it'll keep going. But like, sometimes, like the generic quotes of, like, if you were speaking to someone and they feel like you're bragging, the one where it says, like, you can't speak on your goals because, it looks like you're bragging, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I feel like only envious people think like that.
Probably. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, fam, my head thinks so big, and I feel like sometimes people can ask me questions of, oh, what do you want to do with this, blah, blah, blah. Like, I want to hit that, I want to hit this, and it's just like, but I'm dead serious about it. Like, when someone can
And they
kind
feel
of
like
laugh
you're
it off,
just...
like, oh, haha, like, no. this,
No.
this is, I'm dead serious. Do you get me? Like, even like artists, bro, if I want to meet Drake within the next month or two, I'll make it happen. Like, do you get me? I'm not saying I'm gonna do that because I don't care, but I can. Do you get me? And it's as easy as friends of a friend of a friend, and you just shouted this person, and then all of a sudden you're cool. Bro, I was locked in with the photographer of Mayweather. Do you get me? Like, and he was saying, yo, like, I'm here speaking, like, do you get me? Like, there's been times, like, I've met A Boogie, like, just crazy US artists. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
felt any artist in the UK is just,
Minor.
yeah, like, it's just, yo, man, I can see them if I wanted to. Bro, whoever you want to do a podcast with, you can literally DM them right now, like, and just, they'll see it.
Yeah, it's true still. They'll see it.
Bro,
They'll
I
reply.
DM anyone, like, and I'll just be like, yo,
Nah, same to be honest.
let's work.
I don't feel like you got
Do you get
nothing.
me?
You got nothing
Bro,
to lose.
It's not, I don't even
Visuals,
make it
visuals.
formal. I don't even care. Like, I speak to you like, yo, let's do this. You see if everything on your end is making sense, they're gonna see it.
True.
If your content's clean, everything's put together nicely, bro, they're seeing it and they're gonna be like, yo, calm, I'm on it. Do you get me? Like, bro, fam.
Like, talking with you got me gassed.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, fam, it's the energy,
Yes,
bro.
blood. I
I'm
need
telling
this
you,
studio.
G, I'm
Everything's
telling
gonna be
you, bro.
set, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's the energy, fam. And this is when I speak to my friends, and I'm like, yo, I am on, bro. I'm on it right now, And every man in that group, he's like, yo, we gotta run it up. Man are running it up, and you know what? Whether they go run that up or not, I'm gonna run up my thing anyway. But everyone is fit. Bro, imagine being around a crowd like that all the time. You're gonna feel like, yeah,
Always gonna elevate.
Always gonna go.
man.
Always.
Yeah, like, bro.
But to be fair, that's exactly what we've been trying to do. Carl, recently, you said you cut off PlayStation or gaming when you was in 9 or whatever. Bro, we only done that recently.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So we was just wasting our time.
That doesn't
Really,
matter at all, bro.
I don't feel like, yo,
you're not wasting
here
your
now, innit?
time. You're not wasting your time because deep it like this, bro. You start doing podcasts every week with people that are killing it, bro. You're talking to more people than me every week, killing it. You're gonna get a better perspective on how to kill it than I will very quickly. But that depends on how you see your thing growing, like what you class as growth and success. For myself, success is more, I can do what I want, go when I want. No one tells me what I want. Like I just do.
Yeah,
You get
you just
me? Like,
do
bro,
what you want to do.
If we woke up in the world and money wasn't a thing, what would we be doing? We'd just be walking around doing whatever. Do you get me? You get me? Like, and that's how I feel. I should be living. Like, I should just be able to live. Do you get me?
Just be free at it.
And that's my version of success. So if obviously I'd count myself as successful right now because I am doing that. And I think sometimes I don't know that until I'm in the moment of success.
Wow, I've never
now,
thought that, you know.
Do you get me?
If you woke up in the world without money, what would you be doing?
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying, bro. Like, money is nothing, bro. And that's where I can't go around chasing money. Like,
I hear it still.
It's nothing. Do you get me? You want to go travel? Just say to whoever you want, yo, I'll do your content full time, nothing. And you're going everywhere, just recording man in Dubai or whatever, wherever you want to go. If that's what you want to do, where you want to go, and it's not hard to, I don't think it's hard to do that.
Just reach out, Instagram, and
all of them
bro.
Bro,
Just
DM
message
people, speak to people, like, and this is for
that bill running up.
Yeah, like I still budget, man. Do you get me? Like you have to, but this is what I'm saying, man. Like perspective, bro.
If you could leave a final message on this podcast, what would it be?
I don't know, man. I feel like just live your life, man. Like I think there's no right or wrong. Like there's no, I don't know. You don't need to be all figured out. Like everyone's on the right time. Do you get me? Same way you.
I've always said that.
The same way you.
There's no time.
I'm wasting time. Bro, where? Like how? Do you get me? Like
no time.
You need to go through half of what you're going through to learn majority of what you're gonna learn. Like if you, bro, like everyone's good, man. I think sometimes we overwork ourselves with this, that, and that. It's just keep living, man. And I just think everyone just needs to be more self-aware in it of like just what they're doing, just little interaction. Like, do you get me? Like I think we can get very stuck in like habits of things that we're doing and not realizing that we're doing certain things. And if someone brings you up on it, what intentions do they have behind them bringing it up to you about, like, are they trying to make you a better person? Are they not? Like, do you get me? And I think they're like little key pillars that I guess stick out for me, because family, friends, relationships, like that's where I pride myself massively. And if you're genuinely ain't got the best genuine interest for me at heart, that's where I literally am like, yo, man can cut off, because I'm just like, I would never be like that for you. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying in the sense of that. But I'd say that more or less. Hopefully, there's about 10 messages in that.
More than a message.
Yeah, man.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, man. Everyone like, comment, subscribe.
You know how it is, though.
Like,
you know how it
just
is.
do it, man. Like, don't hurt. Do you get me? Like, just
For real, and it's free.
It's free.
Ain't gonna run off your
sweet
pockets.
content.
I know. I love this
Big
podcast
gems,
here.
man. Big gems, man.
Big up Trai. Big up 00 Dive.
I don't know if to say this, but I think this has been my favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite one so far.
Man, it's just locking
I
in,
think this has
man.
been my favorite one so far.
You'll have a lot more, man. You get me? Bigger and better people, man. I'm not degrading myself, but you get what I'm saying. Nah, you'll do your thing, man.
Nah, this was great, Trai. Thanks for coming on, though, bro.
Definitely, thank you. Make sure you guys learn a lot, man. 100%.
Big man thing.
Cool, man.
Check out 9th Street as well. Definitely.
Oh, you not do what you want to
009.
do, you know. I don't mind whether you check out my thing or not, because you're going to see me anyway. Do you get me? Like, I'm dead ass.
It's true, though. It's true. It's true.
And if not, you're just being, you know what I'm saying? It's like hating, man. I chat shit a lot of the time, as you can see. But yeah, man, support the kid if you like. If you don't, that's fine. We all have
Are you gonna restock that tracksuit you're wearing?
This
Well,
one?
that hoodie, yeah. 'Cause I swear it's out of stock. I'll check like
Nah, it is still, but
I check like every 2 weeks. I can't lie.
soon, man. I'll try and put a little
like every
little ones on. You got an old season on still.